Good morning. Welcome to £100 and Counting. My name is Sarah and I'm on a journey to lose £100 with Slimming World. It's Saturday morning, so I am just now heading over to my Slimming World meeting for this week. I think I've had a good week overall in terms of the plan. I was unwell midway through the week. Thursday I had a really bad migraine and my stomach was upset. I've not quite been right since. I am feeling better today, but yesterday I was still really off, feeling sore and bloated, and so I'm just wondering if that has an impact today. But if it does, I'm not concerned because it'll fix itself. But overall, I feel pretty positive, and I am still hoping for that £1.5 loss at least this week. That will get me to that stone mark, that stone certificate, which is £14. I'm sitting at £12.5 off so far, aren't I? So yes, so just about to drive over there now. I'm running a little bit late, so I'm driving. For some reason my front door will not open this morning. That's a new one, so I've got to figure that out when I get home. But I've come out the back door so just darted out the back to get on my way now. So I'll be back shortly with my 5th week's results. Hi, so that's me out of my Slimming World meeting. I've lost £0.5 this week, which is fine. It's the lowest loss you can get, but that's not going to be a problem. That's £13 for 5 weeks. Didn't quite make it to the 1 stone mark this week, but hopefully next week we'll smash through that. I'm just going to head back home now and put in some plans for the week. I'm filming the 3rd part of the What I Eat in a Day series today and tomorrow, actually. That'll be out later this week. It's going to be about what I eat on the weekend, of course. So I'm just going to go home and get my breakfast and film that, and then I'll be back with you. So I'm now back home and ready just to crack on with the week ahead. First things first, as I did lose £0.5 this week, I get to put one of my glass pebbles into the jar I'm keeping. So that goes in there today. Every pebble in the jar represents £0.5, gone forever. So there's now 26 of those in this jar for the £13 I've lost so far. So in today's meeting, there was a new magazine to buy. Slimming World produces a magazine that's full of recipes, inspirational stories from people who've been on Slimming World and got to their target, and other bits and bats. And they bring this out every 2 months. So today was the new day. Inside today's is a sachet of peri-peri seasoning. They don't always have things like this. Sometimes it's just the magazine, but that's in there. The ingredients look pretty good on there. They're just a straightforward herb mix. It comes with a small booklet about the Slimming World Kitchen, which is one of those food delivery services where you get a box delivered with the food you need to make certain recipes right to your door. I haven't tried that. I'm not sure that I will, but the actual booklet here has some of the recipes that they do in those boxes, and it has the recipes, the ingredients and the recipes here for you to make them themselves. And the first 3 in the booklet seem to include ways to use the peri-peri seasoning, so that is helpful for that. Some of the recipes in here look really good, actually. I was just having a flick through. The chicken with the onion sauce looks just up my street, so I think I'm going to try that. But there's some nice ones in there, and that's just in this booklet on the side. I haven't looked through the magazine yet, so I'll be enjoying doing that this weekend, but there's usually some good recipes in there to give a go. So that magazine you can actually buy in shops. I think it's £4.99 if you bought it at the supermarket, for example. But if you are a member, you can buy it in class for £2.95. So something I did want to share with you this week was a review of how I'm getting on in terms of just overall well-being benefits from being on a healthy eating plan. Quite early on, I reported that my acid reflux had stopped, and that has continued to stop. It hasn't come back at all, not once in this 5 weeks that I've completed on plan, which is brilliant. This week, I realised there'd been another notable improvement to my overall well-being, and that was with my sleep. Until the last couple of years, I'd always been a good sleeper right through my life. The kind of person who just is asleep almost as soon as the head hits the pillow and sleeps right through the night. That has seriously changed in the last couple of years, and something I've put down to perimenopause. It's a common symptom for women of my age to really start to struggle with sleep. So the issues I've been having is just getting to sleep in the first place, taking me much, much longer to get to sleep at night, and then not staying asleep throughout the night. So waking up multiple times, sometimes with the acid reflux that has now stopped anyway, but sometimes for no apparent reason at all, and struggling, just to get enough sleep. But as I say, this week I've actually realised there has been a change to that already, and a big change. I am now getting to sleep much faster. I'm not lying there awake. There's been at least 2 or 3 times this week alone that I've actually slept right through the night without waking up once. That's huge. Other nights maybe I've woken up to go to the loo, but got back to sleep, gone back to bed and got back to sleep again really quickly. So this is just not something that was on my radar to expect to happen. See this improvement to what is effectively my perimenopause symptoms as a result of improving my diet. And I'm not quite sure why that wasn't on my radar to expect that, but I really thought, well, that's a separate hormonal issue. But I think overall, generally, I am seeing a dip so far, touch wood, in my perimenopause symptoms. But this sleep thing is a huge, huge win. And it just goes to show how much we can impact our health through our diet, something that's completely in our control. So yeah, that's a massive win for me this week. I'm really pleased that that's come about. And who cares if I only lost half a pound? That is worth £1,000. Good sleep is worth everything. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with that. I mean, what a motivator. So I realise you can probably see one of my cats in the background. Now, I've been meaning to introduce you to these guys. I have 2 cats right now. Puff Bum, who you can see behind me. I'll bring her over in a minute if she wants to come and say hello. And Bellatrix, who's fast asleep downstairs, so I'm not going to disturb her, maybe another day. So just 1 minute whilst I go and bring over little Puff Bum. Ugh. So here is Puff Bum. She's going to be a fiddle now because she's quite dramatic. But this is Puff Bum. She is a Persian. She's 10 years old. As you can see, she's quite striking looking. She is actually wanting her nap. She's getting a bit fussy with me. But yeah, we're going to hopefully get to see a bit more of her around the place as well. She's an absolute joy when she's not sleepy and grumpy, but she makes us laugh so much. Yeah, she's wonderful. Go back to sleep now. But other than that, there's really not much else for me to update you on this week. It's been a pretty straightforward week. I feel like I'm definitely recovering from the migraine that kind of blew me out for the last couple of days. We're moving into week 6, feeling really positive, ready just to be on plan as we have been all along, ready to stick to plan and just keep moving forward. As I mentioned earlier, I am filming this weekend my What I Eat in a Weekend video, which is the 3rd part in the What I Eat in a Day series that I've been producing for you. So the first 2 episodes, if you haven't seen that and if you're interested to, you can catch on the channel. I will put links up at the end of the video to those, and this 3rd one will be out later this week. So thanks for stopping by today to check on my weight loss journey. Please do feel free to drop a comment or question or just come by and say hello in the comments. I always make sure to respond to everyone there, and I really do like to hear from you. I hope everyone has a great week ahead, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Goodbye.